Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. It is now 21 days post Hurricane Helene, and the reason why we're still talking about this is because the problem is not solved. Full mountains collapsed, full cities lost power, full areas lost homes, lives. Roads were completely obliterated. Electricity is gone. And here's the problem, okay? The attention span of the American people is very, very short, especially because we have elections coming up. So, we paid attention to the hurricanes for a couple of weeks and then now we're back onto elections, right? But unfortunately, in the mountains in Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, the spots that were hit the hardest, Georgia and South Carolina were also hit by this hurricane. And then also Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene both hit Florida. But these mountains that were hit the hardest have now had their first snow. They've already started to see children beginning to pass away from hypothermia. And so, as a person with a platform and not that many monetary resources, I have contributed what I can, but I also want to get the word out as to organizations that are helping and keep. Hey, somebody said cool. Elvis said cool. Hey, Elvis, we miss you. Uh, I want to keep the word out there. I want to keep this information circulating because the attention span of the American people does not mean just like focusing on something else, getting our attention off of it does not mean that these people don't still need help. In fact, the situation is becoming more dire. So, yes, there have been a lot of donations of water and food. That's great. There's been a lot of donations of used clothes, which is like, they're not your thrift store, buy them. If you can donate diapers, formula, now coats and sleeping bags, heaters, propane tanks, but also if you can donate towards their projects of building tiny homes for people, tents just aren't going to cut it for this winter, and we don't want to see more people pass away from the aftermath of this. So I'm going to share with you the voices of the people with boots on the ground and also some clips of what went on. Now, I hadn't seen a video of a mountain collapsing. We've heard about mountains collapsing. We've seen videos of houses going down the river, right? But this is a perspective of a mountain collapsing. Now, I will be honest with you. This video does not have a lot in the footnote, in the commentary to say where this is or when this took place. I'm assuming it's Hurricane Helene, but even if it's not, this is an idea of what it looks like to see a mountain begin to collapse. And it is jarring. I mean, sometimes it's important for us to see it. I'm a visual learner, right? It's important to see it in order to get a bigger scope of the picture, bigger grasp of what's really going on, because our brains can't wrap around the gravity of the situation. So let's look at this really short video of this. So yeah. So people lived on that mountain. So when ignorant people online say things like, oh, you should have prepared better, no one can prepare for the entire mountain they live on to collapse. Well, maybe you shouldn't have lived on the mountain. Maybe you should have lived in the valley. The valley's flooded. And where do you think the mountains collapsed into? The valleys weren't safe either. So the mountains and the valleys were not safe places to be. So anyone online saying, oh, you're lucky you still have a house, you shouldn't be complaining. Everybody sustained damages, losses, and there's a lot of survivor's guilt. So I just feel like it's important to share what went on. So let's check out another testimonial. This is in Swannanoa, North Carolina. So the rest of these videos I know are North Carolina. Let's go.
I just kept getting up to check on the water. And at about 5 a.m., I came up and it was up beside my porch. It had never been that high ever. And I've lived here since 2010, April 2010. And So then I told Travis, we have to go right now or we're not going to make it out. So he got up and we got in the car and got out of here. And then we went and hid under the parking deck at the mall because we had nowhere else to go and we were trying to get to higher ground, but we were trying to escape the winds because it was blowing all the trees down and breaking them off the mountains. We were seeing them fall down the mountains and we were afraid they would fall on us. So we took shelter there and slept in the car the next night. And we've had one night in a hotel room, and then we paid for that out of our own pocket, and then nothing else. We've been homeless ever since.
So where are you spending the nights now?
In a tent. So
So a lot of people are staying in tents, and that's, all well and fine until the weather gets cold. So anyway, she was sharing her story of what went on. Also, the hotels there have hiked up their prices for $400 a night. So people can't afford more than a night at the hotel, It's ridiculous. Let's listen to the next one.
Here's what I can say about Swananoa. It's cold. Thick frost this morning. It's getting so cold, and there's so many people that still don't have power. There are a ton of people here volunteering, it seems like, anyway, from just what I seen briefly yesterday. Like, I delivered to some people that they hadn't left their house since this happened. Like, they still don't have power. We took them some food, propane tanks, heaters, and there's just a lot happening. And if I can get across anything to you all, it's that you just can't, I don't think that any of us can fathom what happened here. Like, I don't think that you can understand the size of the river and how big the river got. Like, I went through this place called Old Fort yesterday, and it's like at the other side of Black Mountain, I think. I'm sorry if I'm getting my geography wrong, but it's kind of a whirlwind. The size of the river going through it would have been like, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet wide. Okay. Like, that's from what I saw. Like, you get into the town, you cross a little bridge, like most old towns, you can see where the water has been. It went like 2 football fields long wide to being 26 feet high. Like, a mass amount of water came through and wasn't just water. It brought everything that had caught along the way, the trees, tractor trailers, cars, people. The earth moved. Like, the rock in Swananoa, you can't even tell where the streets are because it's just rock bed. Like, it's the riverbed has just washed through these towns. And like, while everybody's running around and trying to help, there's this underlying tone of like, what do we do? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's scramble. It's like, it's fight or flight. It's fight or flight down here, really. I feel like, in a good way, in a all that we can do way. Like, it didn't seem like any major help here. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. This is all civilian people. This is all just. Also, I made a video yesterday, but I feel bad about, I don't know, I'm having mixed feelings about posting it. If you'll let me know what your input is on it. I don't want to be disrespectful. Like, I'm trying to bring awareness. Like, I want to spread awareness to let people know just how bad it is, so that you continue to donate to Cajun Navy and Samaritan's Purse. Don't give your money to the government. Give your money to people that are here. And I can vouch that those two groups are actively here. I saw Samaritan's Purse yesterday. This area is going to have to continue to have money. They don't have the businesses aren't open. There's nothing open. There's no power.
There's no job.
They don't have any way to have money coming in to rebuild.
Yeah.
Their houses that are just washed away. They're no longer a house. It's just a pile of.
So here's what I can say about Swananoa. It's cold. Thick frost this morning.
It's getting so cold, and there's so many people that still don't have power. There are a ton of people here volunteering, it seems like, anyway, from just what I've seen briefly yesterday. Like, I delivered to some people that they hadn't left their house since this happened. Like, they still don't have power. We took them some food, propane tanks, heaters, and there's just a lot happening. And if I can get across anything to you all, it's that you just can't, I don't think that any of us can fathom what happened here. Like, I don't think that you can understand the size of the river and how big the river got. Like, I went through this place called Old Fort yesterday, and it's like at the other side of Black Mountain, I think. I'm sorry if I'm getting my geography wrong, but it's just.
We already said this part. Sorry, we already watched some of this. But anyway, you're getting an idea of what's going on, and I want to give a voice to the people who are sharing the truth about what's going on. So this one's on TikTok. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Whatever you think you know about Western North Carolina and what's going on over there, you're wrong, unless you're there. I've debated on if I even wanted to make this video because I don't really want to start a bunch of conspiracy theories or anything like that, but I do feel like word needs to get out about what is actually happening that news is not covering.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the facts. I have been assisting with running missions and dispatch for an operations team there for the last week. And last week, I was assisting running those missions in Ashe County. I've been in Swannanoa this week, and we've been running 70 missions a day, getting help to these people that are not being helped right now. So when I tell you this is firsthand knowledge, this is firsthand knowledge. The death toll of 200 or 200-ish is what's being reported right now. That's not accurate. My organization sent out 10,000 body bags to local authorities this week, and they're requesting more. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that all 10,000 of those has been used, but it does mean that they're finding a need, and that they're thinking that they're going to need more. I will tell you, we've spoken to some of the funeral homes and refrigeration truck companies that have been brought in, and there's 1,000 in this town, 800 in this town, 500 in this town, and we're finding more bodies every day. This is an ongoing process. My team has cadaver dogs that have been going out. We have med teams that are going out. It's not only deaths from the storm, but deaths since the storm. There's a huge need, particularly in our Hispanic communities. A lot of them are scared. There's Border Patrol trucks driving around, and they're scared to ask for help. We've lost 2 Hispanic children to hypothermia in our community this week because they didn't know that help was out there for them, and they don't know who to trust. So the devastation in this area is beyond what anything that I've ever seen before. It's beyond what anybody that has lived it has seen before. We're talking to survivors that rode their house a mile down the river. We're talking to people that sat there and told us about 40-foot walls of water looking like tsunamis coming through these towns, that have never seen anything like this, and they've lived there their entire lives. Elderly people are sitting here telling me that they rode their house down the river. Again, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories or anything crazy, but as someone who has been there and been out there since basically the beginning, when this first started, I've spent 2 weeks in various locations, and it's bad. The infrastructure is gone. They're talking about months before power is restored. We're going into winter. These people have no power. Their houses are unlivable. They're covered in mold, mildew. Everything's falling apart. They're sleeping in tents. They're sleeping on their porches. I mean, they're help is coming, but it's hard when there's tens of thousands of people in these small towns that are being forgotten about. And we're doing our best to help them. We have spent all week delivering heaters and propane and cook stoves and blankets and sleeping bags and hot meals and taking these people. We have shower trucks that we're taking them to, shuttling them back and forth. We've been fixing people's driveways. We have large equipment crews out. We have chainsaw crews out, cutting trees off of people's houses, getting their roofs tarped up for them. The community is out here, and we are doing good things and we are helping them, but the need is so high, and it will be for months. And I'm worried that people are going to forget about North Carolina, especially with everything that just happened in Florida. But this is not something that's going to stop next week. And you're hearing about supply warehouses that are full. That's a good thing, because these supplies are going to be needed for months and months and months, and donations are going to stop coming in. So yes, we're stockpiling a little bit, but we're also running out of things. I mean, when we have a ton of food and water, that's great, and people need that, and we're passing it out, and it's going to use. But we need generators, we need diesel, we need off-road diesel, we need fuel, we need propane, we need kerosene, we need propane heaters, kerosene heaters, we need socks, we need sleeping bags, we need medications. There's a huge list of things that these people still need, and they're not being donated. So if you're looking for a way to help out, and I can get you in touch with that. You can send it directly to us, Jack Stables. We have a fund that is going directly toward the relief out here. But mainly, I want to get information out to the public about what's going on out here from someone who has been there firsthand, on the ground, boots on the ground, and has seen it. And you're probably not going to watch this far into the video anyway, but they need help. They need our help.
Yeah.
And I don't know why the news is not covering this in an accurate way. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to get into any crazy theories or anything, but these are just the facts. You can draw your own conclusions. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them for you. Like I said, we're out in Swannanoa. We're running a huge ops team out there. I've been in charge of their dispatch for all of the operations. All the leads are coming into me. I'm vetting them. I'm running a lot of recon. I'm working from home for the next 2 days, and I'm probably going to be going back out this week to assist them, because this is something that's going to be going on for months, and I plan to help them until that community is rebuilt and they no longer need me. So, yeah, that's your Western North Carolina update. And if you guys can help out in any way, thoughts, prayers, donations, we have an Amazon list, there's a GoFundMe, or you can, like I said, you can Venmo it directly to us. And
sorry, I didn't mean to click the wrong button. Sorry. Okay, so you got that. Next up is, I mean, you heard the problem. Here's one of the places you could donate to. Let's listen.
I have a huge ask, so I need you to listen to this whole video. If you are concerned at all about Western North Carolina, what's going on in Western North Carolina after Hurricane Helene, you got to listen to this. If you've been wanting to do donations to Western North Carolina, you have to listen to this. There is a huge need currently. The most current need in Western North Carolina is housing. They have lost everything. There is a pastor that has been working with the area of Swannanoa, North Carolina, mostly, and he has put together a huge request. It's going to take a lot of people and a lot of donations, but I think we need it. He's been on the ground since day one, and currently, as of yesterday, there are about 300 something people living in tents along the Swannanoa River. They need housing. It is getting cold, okay? They need something a little bit better than a tent. You can't put a kerosene heater in a tent. He's worked with some organizations and groups in the area and devised a plan. He's going to create a tiny home community on about 4 acres of land that somebody is giving to him to be able to do this and help the people of Swannanoa. It is a big deal. He's taking basically 12 by 12 storage buildings and going to create a little home for people. They are insulated, so it will help, and it'll be better than a tent. And they're going to build beds and give them a little bit of furniture so that it'll make it feel a little bit more like home. They need something. He's also adding I have a huge ask, so I need you to listen to this whole video. If you are
All right, so that cut off, but I've got the full video of that on my YouTube channel. She asked us to share it. So yeah. Here's the next video.
Savina writes, flood-ravaged home in the Black Mountains is the least of what's been taken. Everything inside is a loss. Outside, it's dangerous. Ground beneath the property has been washed away.
This is the Broad River area of Black Mountain in North Carolina. It's very hard to get to because roads and bridges are largely washed out here. And if you can get here, once you get here, what you see is soul crushing.
In nearby Old Fort, the grueling work of clearing debris. And volunteers from far and wide, like Paula Morris.
3 hours to drive here just to donate some items.
Yeah. It's hard to be at home knowing that 3 hours from my house, there's people fighting for their lives.
For areas unreachable by ground, volunteer pilots are dropping critical supplies. Amy Davis's general store has become a rare spot for a free hot meal. This, many say, is how the hardest hit areas will recover. Neighbor helping neighbor.
We'll take care of each other. We'll help each other.
We will. We've got everybody's back. They've got our back.
The challenge with even getting to homes like this one is roads are either washed away or they are in danger of collapse. And without running water, schools in at least 8 Western North Carolina counties, including the whole city of Asheville, have canceled classes, some of them until further notice.
Terry and Savina.
So yeah, even in the whole city of Asheville. All right, so here, let's look at a brighter note. This lady is sharing something really touching. Let's go.
Hi, Brittany here, trying to update you for what's going on because Alex has gone to make sure everything is safe in Virginia
So Alex is her husband.
Beach, and our life doesn't fall apart there, which I miss my community there just as much. Today's been hard. Not having Alex it's been hard. It's been hard. This has been my job for I don't even know what day it is. To get all the supplies organized. Sorry, shaky, my hands are shaking. To get the supplies organized and make care packages and send teams and get roofs on people's houses. And it seems like everybody's just worried about the supply chain. Sorry, I had a moment today. As I was coming in and checking on the chaos, God is showing up every moment. Sorry guys. I got to see a lady today who has not been taken care of, who has not been checked on, yet she's been homeless. I saw her on the first day we pulled in. I was the first face she saw on Monday morning, and sorry, and now there's a helicopter. She saw me today and gave me the biggest hug and said, "Brittany, you didn't abandon me." But I didn't know she was homeless. So in all this mission that's been trying to stop this work and help this community, God's still showing up and we're still getting it done. I was able to get them into a house today and a roof and a generator, and they got power and water. I can't wait to, I'm not a good video person like Alex is, so I can't wait for him to piece together what I've taken today. It's been a rough day. We watched a Snook land and unload the recovery mission today, and that was hard to watch. Another really positive thing that God has done, and I hope Alex puts this in the video and y'all remember me telling you this story. I've had a girl walk and a little boy, her brother, mom, they walk 2.5 miles each way every day to help me sort and organize everything that has been thrown and now put on this trailer and on another trailer under tarps where it's going to get freezing cold. And now just stuff happened. she came in and helped me organize. And God answered a huge prayer today. I guess somebody got confused of who I was or whatever. And I had a helicopter. And if y'all know me, I had a helicopter fly me in creamer today. They didn't know who I was. They had that volunteer fire department coffee truck today. And I joked about, why'd you bring pumpkin spice for boys? And you know me, I'm always joking. He asked me if there was anything else that he could do. And I joked and I said, can you get me a camper? And he's getting one. They're going to have a home. And they don't know. We're going to surprise them. They haven't had a home in 8 years. We put a tarp over their camper, and we made them a shower out of a Gatorade bottle last night. So while all these people are so worried about taking inventory of supplies and supply chains and command, and God is showing up, guys. He's showing up. From helping them yesterday with water, I said, oh, if we could just get a water hose. A guy walked in the back door and was like, who needs a water hose? God is here. He is here. The community feels him. We are here for the community. And thank you for supporting me and my family in this time, because it's hard and they need us. They need us here. I love y'all. I miss you. I can't wait for my husband to get back because it's very lonely here without him. I know everybody's exhausted and command chains and everything's happening. It's been hard when I don't even know I can't even think of the right word right now. Pride, position, whatever it is. One of the things I love about Essential Church is it doesn't matter who you are. You are hands and feet. And it's amazing to see the community. I have a lady that has breast cancer who's been cooking lunch for me, and I have volunteer firefighters that took PTO to be here for a week. All my volunteers have been amazing. I have missionaries up here at this site that are camping out for the community. They are praying with them. They are loving on the community that needs it desperately because they are watching the chaos. And they're hurting because of it. People are hurting because we're focusing on the wrong things instead of people. We're focusing on the wrong things. And it's hard when you see that and you just want to help people, and when you talk to them every day and I don't have food, I don't have water, and they tell you they're fine. Mountain people are prideful. Mountain people are very prideful. They're not fine. They're not. They just, if I could just have a pack of tuna today, I'll make it through. It's currently me up here with locals. I love y'all. I miss y'all. Thank you for supporting us. No, it's been a rough day. Maybe I'll get videos of the medical tent set up. Put nothing in it. It's just an empty tent, and I laid for shade in there today, so that was nice. But we need some prayers so God can make way. We had some National Guard people that ended up extending their time today to stay with me and help me move stuff, and I got an awesome picture with them, just to help me, knowing they weren't getting paid anymore. Like, God is showing up here. He's showing up. Thank you for everything y'all are doing. I'm sorry that I have not been communicating with all my mass messages, all my mass texts. I'm answering every question for everybody up here and showing God's love. So I do apologize that I have not been as responsive to people. It's hard to get in Starlink when I've been in the community. Because of this, I had a mission that I got invited on today, and my heart was in it, but it wasn't for me, and that's fine. I was gonna get to go play with some cows and help build a fence for them and make them safe. And then I was gonna go get to ride a horse and wrangle the herd that I've been watching for 10 days and get them to safety. And I was gonna get to take care of some animals today. And so, because of supply and demand and stupid crap that doesn't matter, people are hurting. They're hurting. And they need your prayers bad. Bad. Thank you. I love y'all.
All right, so that was that one. I've got one last one. I can really, really relate to this lady's video. Now, this one, I don't think it's related to the hurricanes, but this is a lady with just a few dollars in her pocket, and God's still providing for her needs. I've been in this exact position. I've had this exact same feeling that she's sharing in this video, and it's amazing. I just had to share it. Let's go. This is my last video.
Guys, I got $3, and look, 99 cents and 99 cents for strawberries. God is amazing.
I just made it out to my car. I'm so overwhelmed with God's grace for me. I love him so much. And I was wondering what I was going to eat today. And I need fruit. I ain't feeling good, And I only had $3. I love him so much. You guys don't understand what you're doing to yourselves. He's wonderful.
Guys,
I've had that exact same feeling before. I've gone into a grocery store and prayed, like, Lord, I've just got a few dollars here and I need to get eggs, I need to get cheese, I need to get bread, Lord. And then the things are on sale and there's coupons, and it's like I was able to get all those things, and then I find a quarter in the parking lot in addition to that, and then I see little sparrows eating crumbs in the parking lot. It's just a reminder that God takes care of the sparrows. How much more will he take care of me? So I want to pray for the people. I keep hearing Swannanoa, North Carolina, Swannanoa, North Carolina. And I came to a realization. Swannanoa is where there are still structures that have survived, and it's close enough that they're right by Black Mountain and a lot of the other mountains and communities that have been obliterated. So it's like in Swannanoa, they have churches that have their main distribution center is there. It's because that's where the structures are still standing. And Silverado in Swannanoa has been a main distribution center. So if you want to donate, let me look at it real quick. If you want to donate to the tiny houses, let me pull it up. It's on my YouTube channel, on my shorts, and also in my regular long videos. Okay, so it is restorationchurchnc.org. I'm going to make a banner right now. Okay. So we have restorationchurchnc.org. Then we also, okay, so this is one. So you can donate there. You can also look up Samaritan's Purse. Has been helping people a lot. Samaritan's Purse. You'll have to Google the exact one. And then also the Cajun Navy. I don't know how to spell that. I'll have to look. But if you know how to spell Cajun Navy, look that up. They've been out there helping people a lot. So Samaritan's Purse and restorationchurchnorthcarolina.org. All right, let's say a prayer. Dear Lord, I want to lift up all the organizations that are helping people. I pray for all the people that are cold, in need of shelter, hungry, stranded. I pray that you would bring them help in time and bring peace to those who are suffering and those who are mourning. Anyone who is experiencing survivor's guilt, Lord, I pray you would comfort their souls. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much, guys. Have a blessed day.